Hi, this is Abe, and for my epic finale, I made a series of social media posts on Adobe XD. For these posts, I created a fake orthodontist office called Whole Orthodontics, and then I picked 3 fundamental ideas from the book, and then made the social media posts about them. And yeah, so it's pretty interactive. I used Instagram as my platform. I kind of redesigned Instagram on Adobe XD. So first off, let me just go ahead and present this for you. I had a fun time personalizing it a little bit, but here's my first post. For the first one, I used incentives are the cornerstone of modern life. So for that, I used a referral. I think this is a very realistic example. For my background, I used a picture of 2 friends smiling. Instagram is very picture-based, so I thought that was a great choice. And then I came up with a simple slogan, and I think that was a really effective way just to get my message across and catch a viewer's eye really quickly. And then, down in the bottom, refer a friend and get $100 off your treatment plan. So this is the incentive. They pay less money if they advertise for us. And then finally, I added a link to my would-be website. I didn't actually make a website, but this is just a way that they could get to it from my post. For my second one, I used the idea that experts use their informational advantage to serve their own agenda. So for this post, I created a fictional Dr. O'Malley, and I thought I made up a PhD in orthodontistry, but it turns out it's a real thing. So basically for this one, I'm just using a good-looking, confident young doctor to get my point across. I came up with this fact. I think it could be true, but I made it up. And so I'm using the doctor and his credentials and a picture of him to state a fact that promotes my business. A quick glance at this, would just show, there's a doctor. You should trust him, and he's saying something. And then once again, I have a link to my website. And so I think this one would be pretty effective. And then finally, for my last one, I did dramatic effects often have distant, even subtle causes. So I kind of took the idea from the DirecTV ad and made like a slippery slope. So it starts off, if you ever miss an appointment, then your teeth are going to be crooked. If your teeth are crooked, then you're more likely to get gum disease. If you get gum disease, then you're more prone to heart attacks and you could die. Don't miss your appointments. And all of these, once again, have a link to my website. I was really proud about the animation on this one. It took me a long time to figure out. But once again, I think this one's more comedic. It's not a super serious, but I think it's a great way to catch people's attention. But at the same time, promoting my business and raising awareness about not missing appointments. So that's my project. So here's my actual artboard. I had a lot of fun customizing this. As you can see, I changed the stories. So I did use Instagram. I took the top bar and the bottom bar, just like straight from a picture. But everything else I did create on my own. Either drew in Photoshop or drew on here. And then these posts I made on Photoshop and just imported to here. As for my prototyping, this is where I think I learned the most. Just the animations and different ways to get from different artboards. For the dragging, this is definitely the most complicated wiring part of my project, but for my dramatic effect post, I needed to I really wanted to get it so they could drag it just like an actual Instagram feed. You could swipe across and see all of the different posts. I watched several YouTube videos and figured out a way to do it, but it made it kind of messy. I don't mind that much because I like the final product of it. But Yeah, and I could only drag one way, so you drag to the right, and then you have to tap to go to the left. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, so this project I learned a lot about Adobe XD. I had some fun coming up with the ideas for my social media campaign. And yeah, I think it was a great project and pretty productive.